So, Gianni, what did you think about the Patty versus Gaethje fight?
Tony, I watched that fight and all I could think was, where's the beef? Where's the beef? You're telling me that Patty's this great striker. I can't see the Patty. The Patty was nowhere to be found. It was like one of the fights that was canceled on that night. It wasn't even a good fight. You want to talk about sports?
Yes, I want to talk about sports.
You want to get a real job? You want to talk about sports?
Sports.
Sports?
Sports.
Sports?
Sports.
All right, sports it is.
Welcome to Tony's Upset. I'm your host, Tony Chinelli, a sports podcast fueled by autism and brotherhood.
Tony, you're a sports podcast. I didn't know that. I thought you were the host of a sports podcast.
Oh, I was hoping you...
No, you did. You just said it wrong. That's all.
Oh.
And I'm his brother, Gianni and his personal annoyer. All right, Tony, let's talk.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about the NFL playoffs. Now, there's something you are angry about today, right?
I am.
What are you angry about?
I am angry about Sam Darnold making the playoffs.
Not just the playoffs.
I mean, making the Super Bowl.
And
that's how annoyed about it.
We're going to talk about that in a bit, okay?
Yes.
All right, so let's first just start with the divisional round. The Denver Broncos against the Buffalo Bills. That game ended 33-30. And let me tell you something. This was a divided game. Okay. Let's talk the facts. Including one very controversial interception. The Buffalo Bills had 5 turnovers on the day.
And you can't win like that.
You can't. And even without that interception, you really can't win a game with 4 turnovers. Tony, my first question for you about this game, though, do you think that was a catch? We'll put a video in the podcast notes so y'all can watch what we're talking about. Did you think that was a catch?
You mean an interception?
Do you think it was an interception or a catch? Or an incomplete pass? Because it's been very, very well divided across punditry and fans alike. In the office, it's pretty split. Dana and Riley, who are both Buffalo Bills fans, thought it was a catch. Andy thought it was a catch. Devin thought it wasn't a catch, and he's a manager, so I kind of have to respect his opinion, but I think he's wrong. I think Matt might have thought it was a catch, too. So, in the office, a lot of divided opinions. Tony, where do you?
I mean, I don't understand, what Daddy's trying to bring it up. Like, weren't they both tussling for the ball?
Yes.
So whoever comes up to it last, though. I mean, that's what I don't understand about what the big conversation was.
So
they're saying that it hit the ground, but both players still were coming up. It's like a jump ball.
In my opinion, there's 4 different things that could have happened here: a catch, an interception, a catch followed by a fumble that was recovered by the other team, or an incomplete pass. I think it's a catch personally because I think the receiver caught the ball, had possession of the ball, and then his knee touched the ground. But the argument would be that the receiver never really had possession.
That's what I'm saying.
Possession was split between the 2 players, and the wide receiver being down doesn't mean anything because he didn't have full possession.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But what Daddy's trying to... Do you understand Daddy's point?
I haven't talked to Dad. He just bought me Taco Bell. That's it.
Oh. Weren't you with him?
Huh?
You were with him.
Oh, that's right. We did watch this game in the steakhouse. Yeah, Dad and I both think it's a catch. That's all I
Yeah, but I saw them tussling for it.
I would have been happier if they called it an incomplete pass, personally. Interception's just, I don't know. I think it's hard, too, because it's a playoff game. It knocked the Bills out of the playoffs. And let's be honest, the Bills are running out of time as a franchise, don't you think?
Well, maybe it's over since the Bills fired the head coach, Sam Darnold, which they did.
Goodness gracious. Such a bad decision.
Well, they just hired a new coach.
But they are.
Joe Brady, who was the offensive coordinator.
How do you feel about that?
Honestly, I really wanted the Jets.
Wait, that's the guy that you wanted, right?
Yes.
Okay, so McDermott, though, that was the former coach?
Yes.
Sam liked him. She thought he was a hot-looking leprechaun. That's her sister.
I thought she liked Mike McDaniel.
I think she likes a lot of the coaches. I don't know what it is. It might be like the clipboard or something. I don't know. Anyways, man, it was crazy though, because the Bills, like, being a Bills fan for a week was painful. It was, you got kicked out of the playoffs, your head coach got fired, and then some of the names that, like, Phillip Rivers as your head coach, I love the guy, but he has no coaching experience in the NFL. You can't just give him the Buffalo Bills. And then they were thinking about bringing in Brian Daboll, Tony.
Well, Dable was an offensive coordinator there,
Yeah, but he was
Gianni. I
also
know you didn't.
garbage at the Giants. His only highlight was taking Ozempic. That's the only thing he did right. I think he might actually be to blame if Jackson Dart's career goes short. I mean,
Well, he destroyed Daniel Jones' career.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Okay. The other games in the divisional round were kind of duds, if I'm being honest. I mean, don't get me wrong, they were fine, but like the Houston Texans played like garbage,
Yeah, to watch
and the
that game.
Patriots won.
I had the Texans winning that game, but like you
A
said,
lot of people have talked about the Patriots having an easy road.
absolutely.
Do you think that's going to affect them in the Super Bowl?
Well, they're the underdogs to Seattle.
That's fair. That's fair. Rams beat the Bears. I think the Bears ran out of magic in the end. And
Oh,
the
did you
Seahawks-
see that crazy play?
Which one?
That magical one?
Which one?
What number? I don't know.
Oh,
if
you think
saw.
Caleb Williams?
Yes,
When he
with
launched
time-
it to the back of the end
Yes.
zone? Oh my goodness. I lost my mind. What's funny is Rachel and I were sitting on the couch. And I was like, do you think it's too late for me to have some bourbon? And there was a minute left in the game, and she looks at me. She goes, I'll tell you what. If this team scores a touchdown in the last minute of the game, you and I can both have some bourbon. And I was like, all right, cool, let's do it. And then Caleb Williams throws this, I'll put it in the show notes, insane pass to the back of the end zone. And then I went and made a pot of decaf. She made some hot milk, and then we put some peanut butter screwball. We made like lattes with peanut butter screw. You ever had that?
Whatever happened to the bourbon?
Peanut butter screwball is a bourbon. It's a peanut butter bourbon. Have you never had it before?
I have never had
Tony,
it.
that's right up your alleyway. What's that
Yes,
stuff you
it
drink? The Firefly sweet tea?
Fireball, yeah, Fireball.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, in case you don't know, Tony's a little trashy when it comes to what he drinks. Continuing from there, yeah, it was kind of crazy to see the Bears win on like a miracle and then not actually win. You really thought like they were going to do magic, and then the magic ran out.
I mean, I ran out.
But credit to Caleb Williams. He is a good player. Continuing on, let's talk about the conference championship game. Oh, wait, actually, before we talk about the conference championship game, I think we have to talk about the fact that in that Denver against the Bills game, Bo Nix got hurt.
Yes, he did.
Oh my goodness. Not only was it bad for Buffalo to get knocked out of the playoffs in a year where they
Well,
easily could have won
Knicks
the Super
did
Bowl.
finish the game.
Yeah. But not only was it bad for Buffalo to get knocked out of the playoffs in a year like that, the team that went in their place, the Denver Broncos, who earned it, lost their star quarterback, instead of had to play in the conference championship. And Tony, I'm going to be honest with you, Stidham wasn't that bad.
No, he wasn't.
He only threw one interception, and that's in the end of the game.
Yep.
Now, I didn't watch the full game, but what I did watch was when it just started snowing and it was miserable.
Mm-hmm. And New England took advantage of
That
that.
was a terrible game.
Well, and you know what? New England was favored, but I had Denver winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk then about the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. I got a question for you.
Yes.
Who is a better receiver, Puka Nacua or Jackson Smith-Njigba?
Nakua.
Why?
He is.
I
I just think he's just good.
He's elite in
stout,
every way.
He's elite.
He's elite in every way. That's fair. I think Najima is really good at getting open, and Darnold's really good at finding him. I mean,
Well, that you could say that with Stafford and
Yeah,
Cooper
I mean-
Cup. I mean, no, I'm not Cooper Cup. I mean Puka Nacua.
Cooper Cup played well though. He did.
Yeah,
he did.
Cup.
Shout out to him playing against his old team too. So, for those of you who maybe aren't paying attention, the Patriots won the AFC Conference Championship.
AFC Championship.
That's what I said.
Oh, you said conference.
Oh yeah.
You had it like the first.
And then the Seattle Seahawks beat the Rams 31-27. That was a phenomenal.
That was a
I loved watching that. Tony, let's talk about why you're upset.
Yes.
So, you and I have different opinions on this, believe it or not. You want to explain to the audience why you are upset about seeing the Seattle Seahawks go to the Super Bowl?
Ugh. So you guys, if you guys don't know, me and Gianni are Jets fans.
Okay. And who used to be the Jets quarterback? Who did the Jets draft into the league a couple years ago? Maybe 8 years ago.
Yep. Sam Darnold.
Okay. And Sam Darnold, how did he do in the Jets?
He did trash.
He did really poor.
Yes.
There's one game where he threw a bunch of interceptions, and he was quoted as saying, "It felt like I was seeing ghosts out there." And he got belittled. And then he went to a bunch of other teams, and it didn't go well. Where else did he go?
Well, except the Minnesota. He went to the Panthers.
The 49ers. I didn't even know he was on the 49ers. Okay. And then he went to the Vikings.
Yep.
And how'd that go?
He did good. He went up to the playoffs, but...
And then he became a free agent, and he asked for a lot of money.
Traded. What?
I think he became a free agent. Either way, I think what happened was, I think he asked for a lot of money, and they said, yeah, no. We don't think you're actually that good. Because the Vikings kind of have that issue where anyone can look good in their system sometimes. Kirk Cousins, a couple other guys. Yeah. I can give you more examples later. That being said, what happened from there...
He went to Seattle.
Yes. And it's going pretty well in Seattle.
Yes, it is.
And now they're on their way to the Super
Bowl.
So, Tony, the Jets drafted this guy, and now he's on the way to the Super Bowl.
Yes.
How does that make you feel?
I feel like, as a guy who loves watching sports and listening to the media, and I think I've made a rant about this, about the media.
Okay.
Shit, I lost my train of saying they just talk crap about Darnold, about him playing, and if Darnold wins the Super Bowl, they're just gonna say, see, the Jets were a bad organization. The Jets were this. And it's really hard because, we bleed the Jets, we bleed our teams.
Yep. And it's interesting because there's no conversation of Darnold might have just been bad at the Jets. Darnold could have been the problem at the Jets, for all we know. And then he matured into a better player on a good team, and now he's on the way to the Super Bowl. Well, I think if you put this Darnold on the Jets, do you think the Jets would go over 500?
Absolutely. And when you're talking about going up, Aaron Rodgers has not grown up. He still talks crap about the Jets.
Yep. And also, I think we've said this before, the Tony's Upset team is very happy with the fact that the Steelers are out of the playoffs.
Yes, but, the Steelers hired Mike McCarthy, who was the old Green Bay coach, and Aaron Rodgers coach. And they're hoping the Steelers are trying to lure Aaron Rodgers back.
So, one of the things that the Jets did when they got Aaron Rodgers is they traded in for a bunch of his favorite players, like Alan Lazard. They brought in some strength and I don't know. They brought in a bunch of coaches that
they brought in his backup quarterback. They had Tim Boyle.
I mean, they brought in everyone for Aaron Rodgers, and it didn't go well.
It did not.
And now the Steelers are running it back again after it didn't go well last season.
No.
And
we don't know about that.
I mean, they didn't win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, I mean,
they didn't make it through the playoffs.
Yes, they did.
They didn't make it through the
playoffs.
Yeah, significant. Yeah. Did they get knocked out in the wild card?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So I don't think I've seen it well for them. So all that being said, I think part of the issue, and I think what you're getting at, Tony, is the media likes to talk about big stories. Yeah. They like to talk about big teams and big dynasties failing, or big city markets failing. And the Jets and the Giants being failures, that's good for television. And they're going to take any good story about Sam Darnold and use it as an opportunity to bash the Jets as an organization over the head. Is that what you're getting at?
Yes.
I mean,
I might pick Seattle to win.
Okay.
To get my arrogance, as a true sports person, but I still have an ego.
I mean, at the end of the day, Tony, your options are
Sam Darnold or the New England Patriots.
Yeah, exactly. Between a rock and a hard place, I think you have to pick the hard place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, between a team that you loathe and despise in the New England Patriots, I think we're going to have to go with Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
I want the Seahawks to win. I love the Seahawks. I always have. Mostly because of Russell Wilson. You know,
Huh?
NC State fans. He did great there. It's always fun to watch them. The famous Marshawn Lynch run. I'll put that in the show notes as well. There's a lot of good stuff. All right, Tony. Anything else you want to talk about NFL wise? Any big coaching appointments, free agency stuff? Anything you want to talk about?
One more thing. The Tennessee Titans hired two of the worst New York teams' head coaches.
Yep.
Speaking of Brian Dable.
Brian Daboll's now the head coach, you said?
No, he's the offensive coordinator.
Who's the head coach?
Robert Saleh.
The former Jets coach.
Yes.
Wow, man. Could you imagine if they made like a Super Bowl run next year with Saleh and Daboll? Tony, that would be torture for you. Cam Ward's just throwing bombs all day long.
Yeah.
Will Levis is still putting mayonnaise in his coffee. I think that's what, is that what it was? There was some weird thing with Will Levis, like putting mayonnaise in his coffee. Anyways, he's the other quarterback.
Yes.
Okay. So, what'd you think of the Indiana game?
I was really happy.
Yeah.
You know, Indiana was leading 10-0, but of course, Miami came back.
They played well.
They did in the second half.
For a team that probably shouldn't have been there.
But
really well.
Speaking of Mendoza, did you see that crazy play that he did?
Which one? When he dove toward the end zone?
Yes.
Okay. Did you know that, like, maybe a year ago, he did the same thing?
Yeah,
just
I
like
saw
a
that.
routine run. The same guy hit him.
Yep.
And I think knocked him unconscious. And in the bowl game, he did it again and got hit by the same guy and scored a touchdown.
Yeah. Oh, yep. So, congratulations to Indiana on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, the head coach of Indiana, what's his name?
Coach Cincinnati.
Is there talk of him moving to a bigger franchise, or does he want to stay at Indiana?
Well, there was talk to him moving to a bigger franchise, but he signed an 8-year contract to stay at Indiana because he wanted to stay at Indiana.
That's awesome. I admire that a ton. And hopefully they can build a good program. Because the thing is that, like, that team did not have a lot of 5-star players on it.
No, they had none 5-star players.
That's just good coaching. That's good culture.
Yes.
And that's, I mean, it might just be, listen, for all we know, the next 7 years are terrible. I doubt it.
Me
But,
too. I don't know.
and it could just be that Mendoza was that good, right? But at the same time, I think Cincinnati's doing a really good job.
Me too.
All right, Tony, do you want to talk at all UFC 324? Are there any UFC fights coming up?
Yes, 325 is this week.
Okay. Well, let's do a quick recap on 324 and then a really quick preview of 325. We don't have too much time. Do you want to give me some of your main takeaways from 324?
Yeah, well, I loved, actually, watching the whole card on Paramount Plus. There's no ESPN subscription. Lily has to pay $80.
Yeah, the new Paramount Plus thing was awesome. You can go back and watch it immediately or the next day, I think?
Yeah.
That's awesome. What were your favorite fights?
I love the Gaethje Pinboard fight. Now, I did watch the fight on mute the first time because I did have Pinboard winning, but I was secretly rooting for Gaethje. And when I saw him knock down Pinboard twice, I was so happy.
Yeah.
And, you know, what he did was incredible. He showed that age is just a number, Gaethje. There was a 7-year advantage. And, yeah.
How about the Sean O'Malley Sam Darnold fight? Was that good?
Yeah, it was okay.
Was it Sean O'Malley that you're not a huge fan of? Or is it Patty you're not a huge fan of? Who are you not a huge fan of?
I'm not a huge fan of both of them. I know they're the biggest stars, but...
Yeah. Okay. Tell me about the Sean O'Malley Sam Darnold fight.
I thought O'Malley won. You know, so the first round could have been anyone.
Yeah.
But they gave the first round to O'Malley. Second and third round were, you know, you could tell who won each round.
Yeah.
But...
So O'Malley won, but it kind of could have been either way.
Yep.
Okay, that's fair. My boy Lewis lost, right?
Yes, he got destroyed.
Well, to be fair, I've never seen Lewis fight. I only picked him because my cat's name is Lewis. Any other fights on that card? One of the main cards, what is it? The American Unions fight? That got canceled.
Yes, it did.
Literally, I posted the episode onto our website. And, I finished editing the podcast. I uploaded it to the system, and then like I think the next day they canceled
Yeah.
the fight.
Yep.
That's super annoying. Do we know if they're going to reschedule that anytime?
Yes, they are.
Who's the girl that did fight? Is it Nama Nunez?
Yes.
I got roasted alive at work for saying it wrong. Who did she fight?
Natalia Silva.
Who won?
Natalia Silva. And now this little bit interested me.
Yeah.
You know, I thought so Natalia was going to win. I picked her to win. But I watched that fight in real life.
Yeah.
And I thought Nama Nunez was winning 2-1.
Yeah.
But when the scorecards came out, I kind of, when they read Silva winning, I kind of said, oh, okay. But they gave it, like I said, it was up in the air, like the O'Malley on fight.
Okay.
Want to talk about 325?
Let's talk 325. Tony, what are the main card fights? Or honestly, if you want to work through this quickly and just pop out some of the ones that you are really excited about, you can pull.
Well, I'm only excited about the main card. Okay. The upper fights.
Oh yeah, I got you.
So the fourth fight on the main card is Quinlan Sakil versus Jamie Milwaukee.
There's no way that's his real name.
Quinlan.
Oh, okay.
I can't say the last name. And you say Sakil versus Jamie Milwaukee.
Yeah.
This is an easy one. Sakil is a huge favorite in this one.
I'm gonna be Sakil in it.
Yes, he's gonna Sakil his opponent.
Okay, good.
The next fight, Tai Tuivasa versus Towson Teixeira. 4 out of these fights are Aussie fighters that are in Australia this week.
Oh, okay.
I'm picking Teixeira. Rafael Fiziev versus Marcel Luffy. I'm picking Fiziev.
Okay.
Co-main event, Dan Hooker versus Benoit Saint-Denis. I'm picking Saint-Denis. And then the main event, another...
It's not Saint Denis?
Saint-Denis. Gianni was glad.
I'm right for once.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez. Another old but star player. Age comparison, but...
I think I've learned my lesson that old doesn't mean bad anymore. I keep on getting that wrong. Tony, who are you taking in this fight?
I'm picking Volkanovski.
Who's the younger one?
Lopez.
Okay, so you're going with age in this one.
Yes.
Okay. Anything we should look out for? Any fighting style things that we should mention? I will say I was really surprised, by the way, in 324, because I've seen a lot of these main card fights where they just kind of like touch each other on like the arms for the first like 10 minutes. Gaethje went after him.
Yes, he did.
Are we going to see that again in this fight? Probably not.
If we do, actually, not like a Gaethje style, but they playing both of these fighters in the main event playing the heat.
Tony, anything else for today?
Nope, I am good.
All right. Thank you for listening to Tony's Upset, a sports podcast fueled by autism and brotherhood. Goodbye, y'all.